for the last week, I've been a vegan. Swear to God. Hey, it's Troy Casey, the Certified Health Nut, here in his own home. And today we're going to talk about what Troy Casey, the Certified Health Nut, eats. A lot of people on the internet see me juicing on Facebook in the morning, and they see me eating all sorts of other stuff on my YouTube channel, and they ask me all the time, what do you eat? And so today I've done my diet, exercise, sleep, and poop logs from the Czech Institute. This is what I use for my clients, because a lot of clients like to come up and tell me, hey, I'm healthy, I shop at Trader Joe's. And that doesn't mean anything to me. So I like to find out exactly what people are eating and how they're pooping it out, how they're moving their body, and how they're sleeping. And so this gives me a detailed explanation of it. So I've done it for myself, and I will share it with you guys. And I recommend you don't try this at home, because I am me and you are you. And it's best if you are you and I'm me. And if we shall meet, great. And if not, great. So just be yourself. Everything will be cool. I'm an intuitive eater. I eat a lot of stuff. People might be, they might bug out at this video and say, oh, wow, oh my God, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. And so don't try this at home, is my advice. Do what is right for you. That is what I recommend. So I will preface this with that I only eat, or I primarily eat, organic, farmers market, grass-fed, wild fish, wild food, wild herbs. I eat, primarily real food. So I'd like to give a big shout out to Sean Croxton over at Underground Wellness. He created the JERF tag, and I love it. It stands for Just Eat Real Food. And so that's what I eat. I eat real food. And so I'd like to point out that my videos are commercial free. They've been that way for 6 years. I don't like to monetize my videos right now because I don't like having to wait 5 seconds to click on skip this ad. So I haven't monetized my videos yet. So if you'd like to support Certified Health Nut, I recommend supporting it with your own bloodstream. I work with the Amazon Herb Company. I've been with them for 7.5 years. I recommend trying some of their wild, organic products that are amazing with trace minerals. And the company is offering a special buy one, get one free, all their products, including their organic skincare. And so I highly recommend trying them. It's at a half price this time around. And this is for the whole month of January. So please try some Amazon herbs, support the Certified Health Nut and what he's doing if you dig any of my videos or what I'm trying to do, and spread power to the people is really what it's all about. Power to the people and save the planet, baby. So without further ado, I am basically an intuitive eater. A lot of people are trying to peg nomenclature to me: paleo, vegan, this, that, meat eater. They get it confused with standard American diet, and it's crazy out there. The ideas that people that have in their head. So I'm a jerfer. I eat real food, and I'm an omnivore. Right now, for the last week, I've been a vegan. Swear to God, honest to God. And I'll get into that in a little while, but I've been on a vegan diet for the last week. And so without further ado, I'll get right into it. So on 12/21/2012, which was the end of the Mayan calendar, and I recommend everybody watch my video and my take on the Mayan calendar and the Mayans and everything else. And I will post that link in the description box, as well as if you'd like to try some Amazon herbs, my ID number for Amazon herbs down in the description box. So please do all the stuff I say. So the night before, I wrote this on top. My wife came home with some wild sea bass, and it looks like I had it with some rice. My wife is Korean, so we eat white rice. I know, because I studied macrobiotics, that there is splitting hairs, that white rice is the devil, and brown rice is the God's honest truth. The fact of the matter is, brown rice has phytic acids on it, so you got to soak it for at least 12 hours. Most people don't do that. And so so we eat white rice at my house. I don't eat that much of it, but I do eat it often. I have a few bites of it, and it works for me. It floats my boat. So the next morning I woke up and I had a quart of water. I have pure water. I have quadruple filtered Culligan water at my house, and I spin it in a vitalizer. It's a centrifugal force, puts a hexagonal charge on it, and so it's called structured water. So it's the best I can do in the city for right now because unless somebody would like to go up on findaspring.com and deliver it to my door, have at it. But in the meantime, this is what is ease and grace for me, and I'm all about ease and grace. And so I had a quart of water, and usually I put the Redmond clay in it. It sits up on my dresser drawer. I wake up in the morning, I drink some of that, take a shower, cold shower, whatever I do, come back, finish the rest of that. Usually a pint or a quart I usually bring up. Finish that before I go downstairs and start having tea or fresh squeezed juice. So that morning, I actually did have a fresh squeezed juice. I had beet juice. I've been doing a lot of beets lately, looking to clean out the liver, and beets are great for inflammation and all sorts of stuff. So I like beets, and I like the purge that it has on my liver. So I had beets, and I probably had some carrots and maybe an apple and some ginger. I like ginger. I do a lot of ginger. And so, and then I had bacon, eggs, and toast. And the toast that I eat is gluten-free. And I'm not big on gluten-free products. However, I am gluten-free. I've been gluten-free for 2 years. I like the way that feels in my body. When I eat gluten, I don't like the way that feels. And so I try and stay away from the gluten as much as possible. Pretty much zero it out. The gluten-free stuff is cool, and it's kind of an enjoyment factor. I like bacon and eggs. And mind you, everything that I mention here is going to be farm-raised, organic, highest standards that I can find, and grass-fed, wild. That's basically it. So the highest quality over here at Certified Health Nut Central. I invest all my money in health and healing and myself and my family and our health and our vibrancy. And so then I had some mate tea. Back on the mate tea. I cycle on and off my stimulants in the morning. I've had plenty of time where I'm off coffee and mate, and I like the way they feel. So I don't know if I'm going to go back on coffee at my age. It doesn't seem like I can handle it very well because of the kids and the broken sleep cycle. And you know, just I used to mainline espresso when I lived in Italy, so I think I've had many years of you know, powerful stimulants and burning out my adrenals, and so I like to keep that on the DL right now. And so right now I'm doing mate. I like it. It's smooth. I have a cup in the morning, and I like to keep it at that for the most part. And so, and then I had some chocolate. I really enjoy chocolate. Chocolate's one of my favorite foods out there. And so I had some organic chocolate after that. And then for lunch, I had bison jerky and butter. That's one of my favorite meals. I eat the bison jerky and I dip it straight into the butter. Sometimes I go through about 3/4 of a stick of butter. And so that might sound weird to you, but it actually operates great into my body. I use a lot of that fat for energy. I'm what's considered a high oxidizer if you look at metabolic typing. And so, and I'm an extreme high oxidizer, and so I can handle a lot of these fats. I do much better on fats than I do on carbs. Carbs, when I was vegan and I was eating carbs, it would just put me to sleep. Bowl of pasta or something like that, because I was probably gluten intolerant and I didn't realize it back then. And so, and same thing with the brown rice, just didn't work for me, and I wasn't soaking it. And so, and I also had some salad that day. And then for a snack, I had some bison jerky. And for dinner, I had chicken, leg, and thigh. I'm a dark meat guy. Once again, high oxidizer. I need high purines in my protein. And so I don't like white meat. And so I had some white rice, seaweed, kimchi, and miso soup. My wife is Korean. If I didn't mention that before, I'm mentioning it now. And so we have a primarily, overarching Korean element at my house. We have a lot of little foods, that we eat from, and so I usually don't eat that much of everything. Usually if I'm doing chicken, maybe I'll have 2 legs and thighs, maybe just 1. A little bit of rice and seaweed and kimchi, and I like my veggies, so I eat a lot of veggies. And for a snack, I had chocolate. So I had water throughout the day, and for condiments, I, of course, am sponsored by Real Salt. I like to put their Redmond clay in my water. It's good for detoxification and minerals. And I use copious amounts of the Real Salt as well. It's on my dinner table, and I put it in soups and salads, and I love it. It's good stuff, full of electrolytes and minerals, and makes your body highly electric. Watch their video on it when he pours the salt into the light bulb. It's distilled water, pours the salt onto the electrodes, and it gets bright, and then the more salt they pour in it, the brighter it gets. It's a really cool video. I'll attach it to this one, this video. So for exercise, I did functional sticks and rocks. I met a really cool guy in the park, and he does functional fitness, primal patterns. You can watch my video on that as well. Really good stuff. Really enjoy working with Josh. And for relaxation, I did barefoot in the park with my kids and some sunshine. And then what time did I go to bed? 10:45. That's late for me. And what time did I get up in the morning? It was 6:30 that morning. How did I sleep? Sound. Did you wake during the night? No. Did you have night sweats? No. And did you wake up refreshed? Refreshed. Did you start slow this morning? No. Bowel movement. I had 1 bowel movement. The color was dark brown, and it was 8 inches and big and chunky, baby. Okay, so day number 2 on the diet, exercise, sleep, and poop log. So first thing in the morning, I had mate ×2, so I had 2 bags of mate that day. I started the day off with 3/4 of a quart of water with clay in it. For breakfast, I had eggs, rice, butter, and then I usually pour more fat over it. And this time I had hemp oil. Nutiva gave me some hemp oil, and so I poured that over. It tasted great, loved it. Then I had some chocolate. I love my chocolate. And so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I love chocolate. And so let's see, persimmons for snack. My morning meal was 9 a.m. and my noon meal was 1:15. I had a persimmon as a snack, and then I also had whey and Dr. Schultz's superfood. I love Dr. Schultz's superfood. It has the cerveza yeast in it. I resonate with it. I've been taking it for about 12 years. Dynamite product. And so then I went, this is when I went to Dard Dubinette's Christmas party at Essential Living Foods. I had raw vegan Xmas party salad, chocolate, chaga, olives, and I got to tell you, I got pretty bloated, and I didn't feel good. Maybe I just food combined the wrong stuff, but usually a lot of that raw vegan food kind of makes me not feel very good. It doesn't digest. Maybe it's just, I mean, I can mainline bison and butter and it's no problem, but I eat some of the, vegetables and raw food, vegan food. It makes me sick a lot of times. I'm just being honest, guys. Don't shoot the messenger over here. I know this gets the vegans' panties in a twist, but you know what? Fix your own panties. So for evening meal, I had a grass-fed shank with marrow bones. My mother-in-law's in town from Korea. She makes the most awesome food, and she made this into like a slow-cooked soup. And so there was daikon radish. We had seaweed, rice, and of course kimchi is always on the table. I had that at 6:30, and then I had more chocolate. That day I used real salt and some sesame seeds. I don't use a lot of seeds, nuts and seeds, because of the phytic acids, but sometimes I like a little bit for taste. And so I'm always adjusting. If something doesn't make me feel good, I know it pretty quickly, and then I can shift my diet. I can do an intermittent fast, and I could do some cleansing juices for a day or two, and I'm back to normal. I'm back to feeling better. So I try things for taste and for comfort, to feel good. As long as it makes me feel good, lets me perform at an optimal level, and I don't get inflammation in my body, I'm happy. So what else did I have for additional beverages? I had kombucha. I drink kefir, and I had one of those, and I had a Gerald Steiner water. I like Gerald Steiner water as well. Then for relaxation, I did barefoot in the park and walking, which has been a lot of my exercise for the last 5 years, although I bumped it up recently. I went to bed at 10:45. Again, that's late for me. Usually I'm in bed by 10:30. And I woke up at 8:30. I like my sleep. I'm an 8-hour, 9-hour plus guy. And so my sleep was sound. I did not wake during the night. I did not have night sweats. I woke up refreshed, and I did not start slow. And so my bowel movements, I had one. It was dark brown, it was chunky, and 6-inch. And so refer to Mr. Poopy Policeman for the Czech Institute. It's a good diagram to understand where you are and how your digestive tract is working. And so the next morning I woke up, I had some quart of water, and then I had mate tea, and this morning I had a hemp acai smoothie, 32 ounces with whey, and 6 aquazon. It's blue-green algae and marine fucus, freshwater and saltwater algae. I put that in there, probably a banana, maybe. I didn't mark it down, but I usually do a banana and acai, and I got some hemp stuff again from Nutiva. And so I had that, and usually when I'm doing liquids, I like to keep my body, hydrated, because when I eat, I don't like a lot of liquids in my body. So if I have liquids in my body, then I keep liquids in my body, if that makes sense. And then I went for my noon meal and had a egg taco salad with avocado. Yeah, baby. And so let's see, the fats and oils I used were coconut, hemp, and olive oil this day. My exercise was the stairs. I do the Santa Monica stairs, and this time I did 5 times. And I took some Warrior and Sumakazon, Amazon herb formulas for kicking ass. And so no caffeine or adrenal burn in those products, just a lot of clarity and a lot of energy. And so and then for my relaxation, I had a 2-hour nap. Yeah! I'm a big nap guy, and since the kids have come, I don't nap very often. So I was very excited to get that nap in, and always need my rest. The evening meal that night was shank marrowbone soup, yam noodles, kimchi, white rice, seaweed, chocolate, and guess what? I had an ice cream that day. I joined the Rah Brahs and the Power to the People ice cream. It's rare that I have it, but I had it. And you know what? If I had it, I enjoyed it. Ha 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 ha. So I went to bed at 9:30. I woke up at 7. I slept sound. I did not wake through the night. I did not have night sweats. And I woke up refreshed, and I did not start slow. I started fast. Right out of bed, cold shower, woo! Downstairs from a mate tea. Hey. Okay, so my bowel movements that day, I had 2. They were dark brown, 6 to 8 inches, chunky and thick. Yeah, baby, power to the people. Poop, man. I love when I have a good poop, man. It's a good yardstick, litmus test to your gut health, which is pretty much everything, or a big portion of it, anyhow. So the next day, which was Christmas Eve, I had mate. I had again quart of purified water in the morning. I had 1 gluten-free toast, 3 to 4 bacon, and 2 eggs, grass-fed, bug-fed, fertile, organic eggs. For my snack, I had chocolate, Power to the People, and noon meal was at 2:15. My blood sugar was a little off that day, so it was from 9 to 2:15. However, that type of breakfast with that much bacon, I can usually go for a while. My body loves fat, and it could just ride on the fat for the longest time. So for a lunch, I had salad and white little fish and rice, kimchi, and soup. So I must have had some type of white fish. And we also have these little fish. They're little anchovies, Korean dish. And so I eat a lot of those. They're good for calcium. You eat the whole bone and the eyeballs and everything, but they're tiny, you know. And so I had that, and I had some soup. And so I hope I'm not boring you guys to death, but I wanted to go through this because people ask me, hey man, what do you eat? You know? And so this is what I eat. So I had for a snack, I had a few blue corn chips, right? I eat chips, chocolate, I eat all sorts of stuff, but I don't eat a lot of it, right? And whatever I eat, I enjoy, right? I live the 80-20 principle. And yeah. You know, you got to enjoy your life. And I draw the line at GMOs and, you know, certain other things. But for the most part, you know, I don't like to make everything out to be bad or good because there's two sides to every coin. And so, and if you vilify something, it comes back and bites you in the ass. All right, moving on. For the evening meal, it was 7 o'clock that night. I had wild salmon, which is one of my favorites, white rice, seaweed, and kimchi. And for snack, I had chocolate. Power to the people. For my water, I had 1 liter of Gerald Steiner. I had 2 kombucha kefirs, and I had 1 green veggie juice with ginger. That's probably why I ate late. I probably, yeah, I probably had a nice big juice for an afternoon snack or something like that, or morning snack. My fats, I use butter and olive oil. Condiments are real salt. For exercise, that day I did Tai Chi, walking, and stretching. And for relaxation, I went and saw the movie Life of Pi. I thought it was very interesting. And for exercise, for relaxation, I did a hot Epsom salt bath and 2 times in the cold shower. I like to do the Epsom salt baths. I like the magnesium. Helps my muscles relax, and I dig it. And it's good medicine, and I recommend it. You can try that at home. And so I went to bed at 10:30. I woke up at 6:30. I slept sound. I didn't wake up through the night. I didn't have night sweats. I felt refreshed, and I started fast. And so I had 1 bowel movement. It was dark brown, 9 inches, solid, baby. Power to the people. Okay, Christmas Day, man. What does the health nut eat on Christmas Day? Okay, so he woke up and he had a smoothie, acai, camu camu, aquazon, hemp, cocoa oil, cacao butter, honey, bee pollen. Ooh, I had all the good stuff in there that day. And so, again, I had my quart of water and clay first thing in the morning. I had a half bottle of Gerald Steiner throughout the day. I had another kombucha kefir. I had mate in the morning. My breakfast was at 9. My noon meal was at 1:30. I had lamb chops, and here's the actual size. I had a ½ pound of lamb chops, and so you got to figure some of that is bone. And lamb chops are good, man. They got some good fat on the lamb chops too. And Health Nut digs the fat, man. He can definitely go for hours. It's great for my nervous system, grounds me, and just makes me feel good and clear. And I really like the animal fats. Really dig the animal fats. So, and thank you to all the animals. And they live inside of me, and I give them love and blessings for their contribution to my life. And I immortalize them through my own energy. So, enough of my little drama there, but here we go. So lamb chops, I had salad, I had heirloom greens, tomatoes, avocado, and rice. I usually have at least one avocado a day. I consider myself an avocado connoisseur. I have special avocado dealers at the farmer's market, and so yeah, I'm an avocado guy. I have at least one a day. And so chocolate for the snack. Power to the people. Chocolate's good food. Don't let your mom tell you it's not. And of course, I eat dark chocolate only. Usually the bars that I have, if I'm not getting it from the Amazon Herb Company, they all pretty much have organic evaporated cane juice, no emulsifiers, stuff like that. I get it as pure as possible. I ate some of that raw chocolate, and my friends Bhagavan at the Bliss Bar, he gives me the raw chocolate all the time. I dig them. I dig both of them. I prefer the non-raw chocolate, though, personally. And so Chacamaca from Amazon Herb Company's been out for a few months. I've had a few bottles here and there in people's stashes, but it's been out since like April, and I used to eat that basically every day. And so it's great chocolate with herbs, and it supports rainforest preservation. Power to the people. Oh! Okay, so evening meal, 6:30. Rice, the little anchovies, seaweed, and seaweed soup. Okay, went a little bit light on the meal that night, on the meat that night. So, okay, cool. Moving on. Okay, so we've got the additional beverages. I had the kefir. My fats were hemp, olive oil, and coconut oil. Usually, sometimes if I need a little bit of energy, I will take a spoonful of the coconut oil. Again, Nutiva hooked me up. Thank you so much, John Rulak over there at Nutiva. You are a solid brother, and I dig your company, and I dig your Nutiva. Good stuff. And so exercise, walk 2 hours in the park. And mind you, I'm on my bike, and I either have the baby on my back or both my kids in the stroller. My son stands on a skateboard, and I push him on that. Or I have both of them on my bicycle, just cruising around Santa Monica. So I'm always moving in one way, shape, or form. And so so I walked 2 hours in the park, probably went downtown and came back, went back again or something like that. And then I had a 2-hour nap. That was Christmas Day. Yeah, man. That was my Christmas present right there, boy. 2-hour nap. And then I went to bed at 9:30. That's awesome. Got some good sleep. Went to bed early. Woke up at 7:30. Slept sound. Didn't wake up. Did you have night sweats? Yes, I was sweating. I'll check to see if this is a marker. So my understanding is with night sweats, if you, I have a down comforter. It's a little cold up here, and so I'm wondering if it's that because I wasn't soaking wet. I was just a little wet, and I'm wondering if I was just totally warm in there, or my blood sugar could have dropped and raised my cortisol levels, which is common. And how I know this is because when I started studying with Paul Chek, he taught me all about this. And so if the body goes into a fight or flight situation, your blood sugar dips, then your body releases cortisol and it stores fat and shuts down digestion. And so this can happen at night if you don't have the proper blood sugar levels. So what was suggested, I was peeing a lot during the night, and they said that's a blood sugar issue. And as soon as I did my metabolic type, then it basically went away. And so, and they said to eat a little bit of protein and or fats before you go to bed so your blood sugar doesn't dip. And as you can see, I didn't have that much protein this dinner. So that makes sense that I had a little night sweat. So, yeah. Okay, so bowel movement. I had one, and then it was dark brown. It was 9 to 10 inches solid, man. All right, I love that, man. Poop is working good. So, that was, let's see. The day after Christmas, I had my morning meal, At 10 o'clock, I had eggs and chicken sausage. Eggs and chicken sausage tacos, an acai drink, and mate. I went to my favorite cafe down the street. I hang out there quite a few times a week, almost every day. My kids love it over there too. And so if you're ever in Santa Monica, it's at 6th and Wilshire, and tell them I sent you. Talk to Punk Rock Ryan. He's awesome. And so they take care of me over there, and I think Ryan slipped me an espresso that morning. Woo! Watch that coffee. But I only had one, and I'm not on it, so that's good. You gotta watch the stuff, man. So had a mate, and he slipped me an espresso, and I had some chocolate somewhere along the line. Quart of water, waking up. I had another 3 pints throughout the day. My noon meal was actually at 3 o'clock. Again, I had bison and butter and avocado. For my evening meal, I had a small amount of pork, seaweed soup, and anchovy. Depending on how I feel, sometimes I just sit down and I don't eat that much. The traditional Korean way to eat is they have little dishes of different foods, and you have a little bit of this and you have a little bit of that. And so that's normally the way I eat. I put white rice down here. I'll have maybe 2, 3, 4 chopsticks full of that. Maybe. And sometimes I don't have any of it. And so so this night I had a small amount of pork, seaweed soup, and the little anchovies. And for midnight snack, dessert or snack, I had chocolate. Go figure, right? Chocolate. Who knew? So, and then I had liver herbs. So I started cleaning my liver already, and I used the Amazon herbs Envirazon. And so I had real salt that day as my condiments, and my exercise was bicycle with kids 1 hour, walk, tai chi, and stretching, and then my relaxation was watching a movie. I went to bed at 10:30, woke up at 8:30, slept sound. I woke up to pee that night. And then, did I have night sweats? No. And so, did you wake up refreshed? Yes. Did you start slow in the morning? No. Bowel movements, 2, color, dark brown, 9-inch and 6-inch. Yeah, baby, I love it. Okay, this is getting boring for me. Okay, so the mate, first thing in the morning, this is 12:27. 1 quart morning purified water, 1 pint after workout, and then 2 pints throughout the day, and I had kefir as additional beverages. I had whey and superfood drink, and I probably went out the door and did some exercise. Yes, it's before workout, 9 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, I had lamb, eggs, avocado, and butter. Must have been a good breakfast. For a snack, I had 2 oranges. My evening meal was 6:30. It was beef stew made by my mother-in-law. Awesome. She always makes food with a lot of love in it. And I had rice, seaweed, miso soup, greens, and kimchi. And for my snack at 10 p.m., look at this. I had sardines, yeah, and a couple blue corn chips. And so, and I like having a little protein snack before I go to bed. Helps me sleep better. And so I had fats and oils. I used some hemp oil on some of my stuff, and real salt. And my exercise, I did the Santa Monica stairs 4 times. I did 3 sets of squats and 3 sets of delts. No weights. And so air squats and air delts. Woo! Yeah, baby. Doing my thing, man. Getting back in shape. So no night sweats. Did not wake up. Felt refreshed. And I started fast. Bowel movements. 1, light brown, 7 inches, and it was broken in pieces. Power to the poopy people. All right. Okay, so the next day, which was 12:28, I started my New Year's liver flush cleanse and detox fast. Yes, so I switched gears, and that's why I am on a vegan diet right now. So at 10 a.m. I had a green juice, I had my mate, and I had a ton of Amazon herbs. I like to take the Digestazon Plus on an empty stomach. It is plant enzymes from the Amazon, extremely powerful, strong genetic codes. They will go in and eat arterial plaque or any kind of undigested protein solid. So it will go in and eat the gunk out. And so I also started Dr. Schultz's detox formula and his liver gallbladder. Can you see that? Whoa, where are we here? Liver gallbladder. In fact, I'm still doing his herbs. So that was the 28th. This is the 3rd, so that was about 5 or 6 days ago. Nothing like wild herbs, man. You know they are wild. This is some of the most gnarly herbs on the market, and they're medicinal, which means you don't want to take them for a very long time. You want to take them for about a week. It has Mojave chaparral, golden seal, stuff that will go after parasites, funguses, mold. It has black walnut hulls. I mean, this is some serious wild American stuff. This is gnarly, but you know what? I love it. My body loves it. It's got cayenne in there and stuff too. That will purge the liver. Oof. I'm gonna have to do some editing. Really strong stuff. Okay, so I had a quart of water. So now that I'm on liquids, I can just start doing, I do water throughout the day. My condiments, cayenne. For afternoon meal, I had beet juice. I have Dr. Schultz's superfoods, and I also do a few scoops of the Fiberzon internal purification intestinal cleansing program. Acts as a gentle broom on the intestinal tract. It has Boldo, which flushes bile secretion through the liver, Chancropiedra, cat's claw, pot of Arco, a bunch of good stuff. And usually have some treasure tea as well, blood purifier, pot of Arco, Chuchuwasi, Jataba. Very big trees in the Amazon with lichen and other funguses and molds growing on it, and these things are just so tough and strong and Amazonian. You drink that shit, it just makes you powerful. Yeah, baby! So treasure tea cleans the liver and the blood and the kidneys, and it's just real dynamite stuff. So once I start a fast, it's liquids and herbs all day long, basically. And if I need more energy, I just have more liquids, more herbs. And all the Amazon herbs are caffeine-free. All Dr. Schultz's products, for the most part, are caffeine-free. Any of the stuff that has caffeine, I don't take it. But all of the Amazon herb products are caffeine-free. And so, let's see. Oh, I went to this new juice bar in Fresh Press Juice Bar across from Cafe Gratitude in Venice. And they had real legit sprouted raw almond milk, and I had that. That was great. And then at night I came home and I had a potassium broth. And so potassium broth is to give you potassium and kind of cleanse you out. It's beets and peelings of carrots and potatoes and celery and onions and garlic. And you just brew that up and you drink the water off of that when you're fasting, and it helps to clean you out. Kind of gives you a little bit of energy as well. And so, okay, so for exercise, I did functional training with a Swiss ball, and I was on my bike all day long. And so, let's see. Ooh, what time did I go to bed? I went to bed late, 11:30. It has a note for kids here, so they must have been goofing around, or maybe I was making a video or something like that, but I got to bed late. What time did you get up? 8 o'clock. Did I sleep sound? Yes. Did you wake up during the night? No. Night sweats? No. Refreshed? Yes. Start slow in the morning, no. And so bowel movements, 1, brown, 8 inches. So the next day of my fast is mate, liver flush, which is garlic, fresh apple juice, lots of ginger, and water and olive oil. And you up the olive oil and the garlic 1 clove every day. So by day 5, you're doing 5 cloves of garlic and 5 tablespoons of olive oil, and with fresh squeezed apple juice. It's dynamite. I dig it. I've been doing this liver flush for a while. I like it. It works. I feel good and better after I do it. So water and clay in the morning, water throughout the day. I had detox tea, and again, wild herbs, really powerful detox tea. My juice for the afternoon was beets and greens. For the evening, it was green juice. And for a snack, I had water with clay. Wow, where's the fucking chocolate, man? So, as you can see, I'm off chocolate. And I've been off chocolate for about a week. And so, but I'm cycling off my fast right now. I had a great flush, some great bowel movements, some great stuff came out of me. I doubled up on the clay and the fibers on, and some awesome stuff came out of me. I feel lighter, I feel cleaner, feeling good. What did I do for exercise? Went out and did some yoga at Power Yoga Studio, and I was on my bicycle, and I went to the park with the kids for some relaxation. My bowel movements, 1, dark brown and light brown. It was huge. So that's when I knew it was starting to pull out some old stuff. It was just going in there because it was dark brown and light brown. And it was huge. I like that. Huge, huge. It was immeasurable. And that's all I've got. And that was only 41 minutes. Jesus Christ. I hope somebody watches this. So that's what the Health Nut eats. He is still on a vegan diet. And I will I'm going to Arizona to shoot the new television show for Zamu Gold, the Amazon herb product that we're taking to the world. And I will bring some bison jerky out there. However, today I ate vegan. I was still fasting all morning. I had a salad tonight and some seaweed soup, avocado, so I'm back on some solid food. I had juice this morning, but I still ate really light. And so feeling good, I'm feeling strong. I worked out during my whole fast. So all I can say is, you know, that's the truth. That's what I'm doing. Don't hate me because I eat meat. Don't hate me because I'm eating vegan now. And this is what my body looks like at 40 years old. So I gotta be doing something right. Here we go. So I gotta be doing something right for me. Again, this might not be right for you. And so I encourage everyone out there to only eat clean food, JERF it, just eat real food, and find out what's good for them, what works for them. If you're going to eat meat, I highly recommend you eat legitimate, grass-fed, wild when you can. If you're going to eat fish, same thing. Look, the world's contaminated, so there's cross-contamination everywhere with everything. That's why I use a lot of herbs to help cleanse the organs, to assist the organs of detoxification. And so, you know, at this point in time in human history, you got to pull every stop out. That's why I do cold showers. People want to know why I look the way I do at my age. And the fact of the matter is I've got all sorts of tools and things I utilize on a daily basis that's part of my lifestyle. I don't do one thing. And as you can see, my diet with butter and bison jerky and bacon and eggs, it isn't what people normally think is healthy. And so you know. All I can say is power to the people. Find out what's best, what works for you the best, and you know, keep experimenting. You know, everybody's on their own journey. Everyone is. We're all in the same boat because we're all going through our ups and downs. We're all going through our emotional experiences, our spiritual experiences, our understanding of life, and so everyone is, you know, on this planet. We're in the same boat, and the planet is still at the precipice of ecological disaster. The tar sands in Canada, and the cutting down of the North American forests, and the oceans, and the Amazon, and you know, the list goes on. And so it is time to, you know, unify, find common ground with our brothers and sisters. Clean air, water, and soil is the common ground, the common denominator for all of mankind. I say support that which supports life. And so, and ultimately, the organic closed life cycle, death is a part of life, and it's good to accept death and entertain death and understand death and understand possibly a spiritual component, because ultimately there is no death. It's just going into another dimension. And so whatever is your understanding, whatever floats your boat, I don't claim to know everything. I'm just here like you, having an experience. However, I encourage everyone to live a life worth living. Be excited about life. Life is a gift. Life is a gift, and our mother is what supports us. And so it's very important as humans to support that which supports life, which is clean air, water, soil, intact ecosystem, flora, fauna, bee, bird, insects. All these elements are all interrelated, and we are in the middle of the biggest species die-off, according to Dr. Bruce Lipton, since 65 million years ago in the dinosaurs. And if that species can kick the bucket, guess what? So can we. But Bruce Lipton's whole body of research is on spontaneous remission in cancer patients sent home to die. They make a conscious choice that they want to live. We are conscious as individuals. Collectively, we are conscious, and the earth is conscious. And together, we can spontaneous remiss. And that is the belief that I have. I believe that we will have a quantum leap on this planet. And so vote with your dollars, connect with your brothers and sisters, all you crazy vegans out there trying to hate me and the Rob Ross and Paul Check, man. I love you guys, man. If it wasn't for you, you know, the life on earth would be boring if everybody was the same. So great, but let's find some common ground, because part of our common ground that we have is that we all want health. And so it's time to stop splitting hairs, and it's time for me to shut the hell up and get to sleep. I'm going to Arizona tomorrow, shoot a TV show. So assalamu alaikum, have a great day.